Chicago Sky fans, y'all need to be very, very careful in this moment. You need to be very, very careful. It looks like Angel Reese wants out, y'all. Angel Reese seems to be looking for a way out of the dumpster fire that is the Chicago Sky. And I got to be honest with you, I don't blame her.
The Chicago Sky organization is in complete freefall, and first-year head coach Tyler Marsh brought in to infuse the team with championship. Pedigree from Las Vegas has finally reached his breaking point.
And a lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now. And I think we are in a world where when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope. And I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So for me anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world, but a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up to Cambridge.
With his team mired in a dismal 8-23 record, one of the worst in franchise history, and rumors swirling that franchise star Angel Reese has effectively checked out for the season, Marsh unleashed a blistering critique targeting not only his players' effort, but the very culture that has corroded this once proud organization from within.
Take on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
Man, as much as I want to disagree with Jason, man, but I got to admit, I think you're right. And I want to disagree with him so bad.
Tyler Marsh entered what he believed was a promising rebuilding project, fresh off helping the Las Vegas Aces secure back-to-back championships in 2022 and 2023. The 36-year-old coach signed a multi-year deal, confident he could develop young stars like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso into the cornerstones of something special in Chicago. Instead, he found himself saddled with a disastrously constructed roster, a locker room culture poisoned by the previous regime, and a franchise player who seemingly has no appetite for adversity.
What's up with Angel Reese, man? There's a pattern with this whole injury thing. Okay, first of all, she has a back injury and she's been gone for quite some time. But the report says is day to day. It's been more than a week. Okay, day to day is literally day to day. So, okay, sometimes it feels good, sometimes a little worse. Okay, let's just monitor it. But it should be good enough to play at any moment. That's what day-to-day is.
What's going on with Angel Reese? There's a pattern here when it comes to these injury situations. First, she's listed with a back injury and has been out for quite a while. Yet the official report still says, day-to-day. It's been over a week. Day-to-day literally means your status can change from one day to the next. Some days you feel better, some days a little worse, but generally you're close enough to playing at any time. That's what day-to-day is supposed to mean.
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do, no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. One we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year.
The breaking point came during Marsh's press conference after yet another humiliating loss. This one, a 38-point drubbing at the hands of the Seattle Storm, when questioned about his team's lack of effort and discipline, especially amid growing speculation over Reese's mysterious back injury and her absence from team activities. Marsh finally unloaded, delivering the kind of blunt honesty that slices through organizational politics like a knife through butter.
18 to 20 turnovers and giving up 25 points off these turnovers.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. The proof is in the details of what's been the difference in our wins and losses, and a lot of it turns into the ability to take care of the ball. And so it's never an excuse. Teams bring pressure. You got to handle the pressure. And so, but our locker room is full of professional basketball players. They understand the importance of it. It's just a matter of doing it.
We have to be better across the board, Marsh said, his voice heavy with the frustration of a man watching his professional reputation unravel in real time. We need to be more locked in, more focused, and execute the game plan far, far better. At the end of the day, there has to be a will to win, and right now, we just don't have that on a consistent basis.
But if we're going to be honest, we've seen everybody else that's injured, we've seen their injury, and we have also had updates and heard stuff about their injury. We've seen Caitlyn injury, we've seen Nafisa injury, we've seen Breonna Stewart injury, we've seen Ryan Howard injury, we've seen Jordan Canada injury, we've seen Kate Martin like last night get injured. Like, we've seen a lot of these injuries. We've seen Eric McDonald, we've seen Sydney Colson, we've seen and we've gotten updates. We didn't see Angel injury. We haven't heard no updates or anything.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. The elephant in the room, of course, is Angel Reese. The player once touted as the cornerstone of this franchise has been noticeably absent since July 29th, officially sidelined with a back injury that has no clear cause, no definitive timeline, and a timing that raises more than a few eyebrows. Reese hasn't just been missing games. She's been absent from team activities altogether, even opting not to travel for critical matchups, including their recent showdown with the Indiana Fever. Marsh's comments on the situation reveal a coach straining to hide his frustration over the lack of accountability. She wants to be out there. She's a competitor. She's a fighter. She's a winner, Marsh said, using the kind of careful, diplomatic phrasing coaches often rely on when they're contractually obligated to avoid publicly calling out their star player. It's hard for her not to be out there for her teammates, but we want her to be as healthy as possible when she's ready to return.
Making her money in stat padding, but she can't handle losing. I should have known. It's the same pattern with her. Last year she had a wrist problem. This year she got a back problem. Next year what it's going to be, Lord knows what it's going to be. But all her 5 million followers that badly voted for her to be on the WNBA All-Star team, please don't try to convince us that quitting is the way to go, because it is not. Quitting is unacceptable. She quit on Unrivaled because her team was losing. She quit on Maryland. You hear me? And I'm pretty sure she would have quit on LSU if they wasn't stacked.
Translation: Angel Reese is healthy enough to post on social media and make public appearances, but apparently not healthy enough to stand alongside her teammates during the toughest stretch of their season. This is the same player who, as her team spiraled, posted the cryptic phrase "in due time" online, and the same player reportedly involved in the locker room drama that contributed to Kennedy Carter's departure. The most damning sign of Reese's lack of commitment, while her teammates grind through an 8-game losing streak that has erased any playoff hopes. She's been nowhere to be found on the bench, choosing instead to conduct her rehab in isolation. Washington on July 29th, her last game, raising serious questions about whether the back injury in question is truly severe enough to keep her from playing when she wants to.
Injuries is the problem in Chicago Sky. And I've been telling you this since last year. You're not going to win a championship the way that they're playing right now. I don't care if they have Nafisa on the team, Breonna Stewart, or even Angel on the team. If you play your offense through Angel Reese, you're never going to win a championship. Never. Never. Her way of playing already proved that the Chicago Sky will never win that way. They changed coaches. They changed players. They even traded draft picks. 2 years in, there's no improvement. Actually, they got worse.
Perhaps the most revealing part of this entire saga is how it ties back to the Kennedy Carter situation from the offseason. Carter, who led the Sky in scoring in 2024 with 17.5 points per game, was abruptly released amid reports of locker room drama and behavioral issues. Not long after, she posted a cryptic jab on social media about consistently making layups a clear shot at Angel Reese, who converted just 42.4% of her layup attempts last season. One of the worst marks in the WNBA, Carter's departure, was supposed to be the reset button for the team's locker room culture. But it's become increasingly clear she wasn't the root problem, she was the symptom. The real issue appears to be a franchise player who felt threatened by a teammate's success and helped push out the team's most productive offensive weapon. Now, without Carter scoring, And with Ree's mysterious absence, the Sky have dropped 10 of their last 11 games and are averaging under 70 points per contest in that stretch. The irony is hard to miss. Carter, branded as the locker room cancer, is thriving in free agency while openly mocking the team that cut her loose. Meanwhile, Ree, the player the organization chose to build around, has effectively abandoned her team in its moment of greatest need.
We have to be real. The management has been terrible. Jeff P, horrible. Tyler Marsh has been bad, but like I said, he doesn't have much talent on the team, so we don't know if he can actually coach or not. Now, why is people saying, is Angel Reese trying to force her way out of Chicago? Is she done with this organization already in just her second year? And it is a great question. I don't know if man, I think you got to move somebody. Cardoso, you have to get an influx of talent.
What makes Marsh's situation so maddening is that he's being set up to fail by factors entirely beyond his control. The roster construction, overseen by General Manager Jeff Pagliacca, is a mess. The team lost Courtney Vandersloot to a ACL injury early in the year, traded away veteran leadership, and surrounded its young core with aging players who can no longer contribute at a championship level. Marsh inherited a squad with dreadful floor spacing, a fatal flaw in today's WNBA, and guards shooting career-low percentages from three because the offensive system fails to generate quality looks. On defense, what was supposed to be anchored by Reese's rebounding and Cardoso's rim protection has instead collapsed into the league's worst unit, surrendering 89.5 points per game and allowing opponents to shoot 46.9% from the field. Not about losing, it's the way we're losing, Marsh admitted in what might be his most candid assessment yet. And we know better. We know we can't help off the strong side corner. We know we can't go under on shooters. That's been my message, making sure we're disciplined and doing things the right way, because that's the only way we're going to get better. The problem: discipline requires buy-in from your best players, and when your franchise star is at home posting cryptic social media messages instead of standing with her teammates, that buy-in becomes impossible to achieve.
We got the Chicago Sky general manager Jeff P throwing Angel Reese under the bus. Jeff P said he's had enough of missed layups. Oh my God, Jeff P. When you start acting like this?
Jeff Pagliacca, the GM who engineered this mess, has been conspicuously silent as his so-called master plan collapses in real time. This is the same executive who publicly declared lofty expectations for the season and claimed to have built the roster accordingly. His moves included letting Kennedy Carter walk, ignoring the team's glaring spacing issues, and assembling a roster devoid of both veteran leadership and young talent. Ready to contribute immediately, the most damning indictment of Pagliacca's roster construction, the Sky are paying players like Kia Nurse, Rachel Banham, and Rebecca Allen significant money to play for a team. Sitting 5 games behind the worst team currently in playoff contention, as one analyst bluntly put it, these are players who are 1 or 2 years out of the league, yet they're taking valuable minutes away from younger prospects who could actually develop and contribute to the franchise's future. And, to make matters worse, the Sky don't even own their 2026 first-round pick. It belongs to the Minnesota Lynx. That means this historically bad season won't even yield the kind of high draft pick that could spark a turnaround. It's organizational malpractice at the highest level.
So basically, she made it clear she wanted out, like, that she either asked for a trade or demanded a trade. However, if you guys didn't see it, the end of it was like, obviously it was something like that. Angel Reese, heavy on the PS. Like, it does make it sound like, I mean this makes it sound like she is asking for a trade. Or she's at least implying she wants to be traded. Because at the end of the day, you just never know. You just never know what's in players' minds, but
discipline requires leadership, and leadership requires sacrifice. When your best player won't sacrifice her comfort for the team's needs, when your front office won't sacrifice politics for sound basketball decisions, when your organization won't sacrifice short-term brand optics for a long-term winning culture. You get the Chicago Sky, a franchise that has plummeted from championship contender to league laughingstock in the span of one disastrous season. Tyler Marsh might actually be a very good coach. His resume with the Aces suggests he knows how to build winning basketball and develop players. But even the best coaches can't succeed with players who refuse to be coached and a front office unwilling to back their vision. In Chicago, Marsh is learning a harsh truth. Talent without commitment is worthless, and culture will always beat talent when talent won't work. With the Sky's playoff chances effectively dead at 0.1% and their franchise player seemingly checked out, the only question left is how much more damage will be done to Marsh's reputation and the organization's credibility before this nightmare ends. Based on everything we've seen so far, the answer is plenty.